Hello, my name is Eva, and I make automatic writings for the zodiac signs. Welcome. I made this automatic writing, and I never know which zodiac sign I'm writing for. So in that way, I'm not influenced by what I think I know about the sign, but actually, a lot of the times they feel quite for the general collective. Yet I will shuffle for who especially it is for. So this is a message about actually um, a feeling that is very human. It's anxiety and feeling overwhelmed and feeling exhausted, and a kind of a perspective on it that maybe can help you to um, realize that it is not as personal as, or helps us realize that it is not as personal as we make it, our brains make it, in a nutshell. So I will shuffle for who, especially out of the 12 zodiac signs. I have here the zodiac signs times 4. That's too much. Just one for who is it? Thank you. Aries, the eclipse, union of opposites, concealed event, mask, upstage, merge, transformation, camouflage, hide, overshadow, loss of power, temporary block, support. I have to love by temporary block because this is my drawing, and this is like huge. You see, this is you, very little, and you are standing like in like if Earth would be in two halves. You're standing in the middle, and you're actually all by yourself lift one part of Earth. And here it says loss of power, temporary block, like this feeling of it's too much. Then the union of opposites looks very interesting to me as well. If this would be two halves of a brain, if you would look at it like this, and like something in your brain is actually keeping you the keeping your halves of brain from uniting. So the point of view, as I told you, the point of view wants to shift to you are not on your own. It is actually not, anxiety is actually not your personal feeling in relation to your day-to-day life. It's actually because your system senses that we as a collective will let go sooner. It says sooner than agreed upon. Support sudden darkness and reveal. A reveal of there will be like because we are just it's just the fact that we are much more than only Earth. We are much more than only a body and a human being, and it speaks about that your brain is tricking you into the into a into a view of reality that just is not was never true. And yes, and it will change. Okay, so I will um, I will read the message to you, Aries, and then I will pull some oracle cards to go deeper. Thank you for being here, Aries, and thank you for helping here on Earth to realize that it's all much bigger. So, the drawing I explained to you, this is you, you are lifting half of the Earth. So it says, really? Do you try to do that? Looks impossible. You feel like you have to lift up this huge rock weight all by yourself. All by yourself, Aries. The funny, in air quoting, is that so many of us know that feeling of overwhelm, being alone. It is so innately human. On Earth, on Earth, looks like Earth. Do you have the idea that you will die if you won't manage to lift half of the Earth by yourself? Or, of course, you feel under this heavy weight. So it's both like this pushing and you feel that weight. A broken mirror is nothing that reflects the truth. Your face hasn't got scars because your outlook is scattered, but your brain tricks you into accepting exactly this, the lie. It is so tricky, but with the weakness of your arms, getting sore from pushing this weight, sometimes it is this breakdown, exhaustion, that will actually make your brain looking for another solution, or better, letting go of its narrowness, letting go out of exhaustion because you can't anymore. So, like the Ten of Swords, you just have to give up. Suddenly, this half the earth will float away out into space. And the heavy lifting was actually you holding it back from floating, because the twist of the story is actually that our systems are very anxious what might happen when we all realize that reality works not at all, not at all as we got used to, as we might maybe even signed up for. And because of cosmic rewritings, the influence of the all did rewrite something, the rules, we will realize sooner than agreed upon that reality, that really every single thing is not on your own. You're not on your own. I'm not on my own. I just feel so. It will feel like falling. This will feel like falling. So we fear anxiety. We want to, like, anxiety is like we um we don't want to feel anxious, but actually this anxiousness is a sign that our system senses that something will be freed up. Our brain will somehow um, evolutionize is it, into a much wider perspective, and this makes anxiety in our system, but actually it's something that we want as well. That's the holding on. Not on your own, it will feel like falling. It will feel like falling. It will be such a strange feeling. I also had this picture that you, like, with your with the cups does it say cup? With these last points of your fingers, you are like holding back this, and it's like so many of us. It feels very general, but Aries, you might be on the front here somehow. Uh, uh, Holding that weight down, and maybe you already start to feel that yes, you're not lifting, pushing it up so it won't fall down, but actually that you are holding it with your fingers here, and it's like very near, that there will be a letting go, um, maybe inside of our brains, you know, that we just will feel such a different perspectives. Does the holding on, does the anxiety. So it's like this anxiety, you might, as I told you, it's like, mm, another perspective on our exhausted or exhaust our being exhausted, by trying to manage, our lives, and actually something very freeing will wants to happen, but we, and the exhaustion comes from our, um, narrow and scattered outlook. Okay. So sorry, my voice. So, Aries, it's actually good news, I think, but, or it's like an explanation for me. It made me a bit, like a bit, comforted. This message that it's not, things just are not as they look at all. I will shuffle for some additional oracle cards, Aries. If you're still here, and if you like this kind of messages, please let me know, Aries, by liking and subscribing. Thank you. Change, Andromeda, parallel. Yeah, as far as I remember, this card is, it's talking about that they are very, very fluid, you know, that we actually would, be very scared. Like if you dream, then you may, go to parallels and parallels and parallels, and it's all right, you know. But if that happens in the state we feel like we are awake in, then we have to somehow be assisted, get used to that. Oh wow, it's really a message for Aries, Mars. Whew. What will happen? Look at these colors. Is it as hot as, it's very, very hot in Switzerland? It's like they say it wasn't as hot in 270 years. I read somewhere. So it looks hot. The eclipse would be welcomed. It's very cool picture. Cooling. And that, and on the back is Earth's heart, like you're in the heart of the earth. That's interesting as well. We will take that. Tough. Gratitude. Like if maybe if we could see a bit further, then in our feeling of exhaustion and anxiety would actually change into we are looking forward to this happening, and we are grateful to, some say you just came into this timeline to actually experience exactly this shift very close up. This is very close up. That it's like you knowing some this older hand, knowing something being there for you, and this holding on might change into just holding hands with uh, with this with this fist, and then the gold, maybe this letting it float. Let me see whether I can shuffle for a emotion card. This is such a huge deck. You know what? I will just shuffle. Sorry for the mess. I will then read the cards and sum them up for you. Maybe I get some additional. Oh wow! This came out. The mirror that is not scattered. It says curiosity. Great. Oh, there's another one. Humiliation. Okay. So I will read those and come back to you. So yes, Aries. It could be when translated maybe to just your personal experience, that actually you are in a situation that feels very heavy, and that as an Aries, you actually are used to your uh, can do. You can do it, Aries. Maybe you are used that you can lift the weight, that you are the one who shows the way, and everything. With that's also your power. And but maybe you already, it depends maybe on how old you are, experienced that um, that you somehow, life makes you kind of fall down the horse again, or um, that it just is a message, Aries, that if you feel that it's all too much, then this is kind of life telling you that it wants to show you another way, that with the earth, it's talking about uh, this is proof of Earth's longing to provide, to teach, so that you actually, it's really very much talking about this shift happening, that it's not you on your own. You've already felt the pulse of the Earth's heart. Now it's time to listen, to be a student of her wisdom. And with the humiliation and Mars, it's actually talking about that Abraham Lincoln proclaimed in 1863 that a date, the 3rd of April, which is an Aries day, isn't it? Of and a day of national humiliation, and I went as well, like, humiliation, oh no. But actually it just meant that uh, like being humble makes us have another perspective, and it's too self-sufficient. The cards are really fitting into them. Too self-sufficient and intoxicated with unbroken success. Maybe, as I said, you were very used to, this was like that's my position, I can do that. But um, it wants to bring you to the next level. And so it has to, the load has to feel to you like, uh, this is not, I cannot do that anymore. That's like this becoming humble, that not always all of our own, it's this is a recognition that the good things in our lives are not always all of our own making, but depend on other people too. Like with this receiving and with the gratitude, that something wants to come in, that you can go like, it's so great. I and it just happened because I stopped carrying the load, and also this with the curiosity that it's talking about. Um, Evolutionary psychologists have suggested that our national curiosity about one another is one key to our evolutionary success. So that you maybe, because I had, if we make it to your like personal life, that this, you have to do it all alone. I did this not your own. It's not um, the influence of the all. We will recognize sooner than agreed upon that really every single thing is not on your own. It's not uh, just you. uh, Normally Aries are very outgoing, but yeah, it suggests that maybe you are, who are listening, wants to be reminded then that um, curiosity can overreach. It stumbles into forbidden knowledge, not stopping to think whether what emerges will be hurtful. This as well, with the anxiety that somehow something is going to happen for you, Aries, that you don't want it because maybe it feels like a loss of your own power. And with the change is actually, yes, it's that. So it can be on the, all of the spectrum. Maybe it's just somebody coming into your life and offering you help, and you will accept that, and it feels like very strange to you because normally that's you're the one helping. But it can also be like, the thing I talked about, like in the overall, in for humanity, that this shift is uh, going on, of um, Andromedans live in a very unusual reality paradigm, that of constant change, so that our brains have to get used to it, because the only anchor in constant change is a consciousness that is my very own, an anchor to reality in our own consciousness, rather than the outside world. That we um, have to become aware of our awareness, and that's the only constant, that we are constantly aware, and that this awareness is actually us. So this would be another another perspective. But yes, Aries, that's so far this message. I hope it helped you in your situation, and I thank you very much for listening. Goodbye. Take care.